and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to a Barça news roundup coming up for you today, guys. And we do have plenty on the agenda as this summer transfer window, it is only just getting started. We are going to be talking today about several midfielders, both of Barça and indeed of outside. Miralem Pjanić, Georginio Wijnaldum and Riqui Puig are on the agenda, but we are also going to be talking about a possible incoming defensive signing. Could it be Jose Gaya? It is all coming up, so let's get to it. Come on. Because indeed, guys, as you probably have guessed, I am still on holiday, but the Barca news, it does not stop. Because I want to start here with Ronald Koeman. Of course, since the news came out about him continuing as the Barcelona coach, we hadn't yet heard from Koeman himself, only Laporta explaining that decision. But yesterday, on all of his social media profiles, Koeman here speaking out for the first time. He said there, "I am relieved to say my players and staff can now fully focus on the new season ahead." He said, "The last few weeks have been intense, but I am glad that President Laporta has given me his support and calm has been restored." He said the focus of everybody inside the club, it is the same. He said building a winning Barca and achieving success. And hopefully now, I think in all ways really, that page needs to be turned. Whether you're for Koeman, whether you're against him, whether or not we wanted him to continue, we all do want the same thing. We want to look ahead to that new season, get the squad exactly where it needs to be, and ultimately get the best out of those players that we can, and that means full focus. And I also thought it was interesting yesterday that Ronald Koeman speaking out there about continuing at Barcelona. One man who personally apparently there congratulated him on that news was none other than Pep Guardiola, because yesterday in Barcelona both Koeman and Pep actually had a round of golf, actually playing against each other there. They were both with their sons, and although Pep may have congratulated Koeman on continuing at Barca, he didn't show him any mercy on the golf course, because apparently the Guardiola family came out on top. However, whilst Koeman, of course, is very happy to be continuing at Barcelona, one man who probably wasn't thrilled to hear that news, of course, it is their Miralem Pjanić, somebody who didn't really play at all under Koeman last season. Koeman didn't really agree with his signing in the first place, and I think we saw that right the way through the campaign. So I think it's fairly obvious, really, with Koeman now indeed staying for at least another season, Pjanić is going to be on his way this summer. Apparently there, his agents have already been informed. Basically, find yourself a new club. You need to go and play football. I'm sure that Pjanić isn't really happy with his situation right now, and according to the latest reports, a return to Juventus, it's not just possible, but it's very much on the cards there. Max Allegri back at Juventus now. When he was there as a coach before, he was a big fan of Pjanić. He does want to bring him back for his second spell in charge, and apparently there, it could be a loan deal, it could be a permanent transfer if Juventus pay the kind of money that Barcelona want, or even once again, a player exchange has been rumoured. Personally, I would like to get some money in. If we could at least get Pjanić there off the wage bill, that would be a big boost for us. Maybe a small transfer fee to boost our transfer funds. But I think it is almost certain now, definitely, that Pjanić is going to leave Barca. Which brings us swiftly on to the man that Ronald Koeman wanted to bring in, not only to replace Pjanić in his team, but ultimately become an important player in his midfield. Of course it is there, Georginio Wijnaldum, his fellow countryman and somebody who Ronald Koeman loved working with during his time at the national team. And although up until yesterday, things looked very concrete, it looked as though Wijnaldum, along with Depay, would definitely be moving to Barcelona. Koeman getting the kind of signings that he wanted, now that he is going to remain as the coach. But right now, that deal, there are a few doubts starting to appear, because yesterday ESPN Spain came out. They are often a very reliable source when it comes to Barcelona, and they've said, look, listen, Barca are feeling like they're in trouble right now because PSG, at the very last moment, they come in here and they're going to try and snatch Wijnaldum away from Barca. Apparently the French club there have offered Wijnaldum a really good offer. It's a higher offer in terms of wages there than what Barcelona have offered, and I just want to make it clear here, Barca will not raise their offer, because as we know, they've already spoken with Wijnaldum, with his agents, those close to him there. They have proposed a deal that is on the table, and it won't go up, because this summer, and I've got to make this really clear, under Laporta, they're not going to budge. You saw what happened there with Aguero, with Eric Garcia. These are going to be players who come in and accept the terms that are put on the table. There's not going to be any here being bullied. We are not in the Bartomeu era anymore. If Wijnaldum wants to go to PSG, although Koeman wants him, we will not pay over what we've offered. If he goes with the money, that is up to him. Right now, apparently, this deal is in the balance. And of course, guys, when it comes to midfielders, that could be absolutely fantastic news for our very own Riqui Puig. Because straight away, since Joan Laporta came into the club, and right the way now throughout this transfer window, Riqui Puig has it absolutely clear in his mind. Again, he doesn't want to go out on loan. He is convinced of his own ability. He wants the chance to prove that to Ronald Koeman. Now he's staying. A few people were thinking, maybe this is not going to be right for Riqui. Maybe now he will definitely leave this summer. But right now, nothing has changed for him. He wants to stay at the club, and the board are also giving a very, very clear message. They are clear that Puig should continue in the first team, and the reports in Spain right now believe that next season Puig will be given more opportunities by Koeman, which isn't exactly hard given that last season he had virtually no opportunities, but they say Puig will have more trust in the team and Koeman there will give him more opportunities. And I do just wonder there, in those talks between Laporta, between Koeman and the club, was Riqui Puig's name brought up at any point? Maybe they would have said to him, what's the situation there? What's the deal that you have with Riqui? If you're going to stay, can we sort of resolve that and find a solution which will benefit the team? So that is certainly something that we'll have to keep an eye on. Will Koeman trust more in that young man? Finally though, guys, what I do want to talk about here is a possible arrival, and again, it's in that defensive area. That is the one area in this team that we keep saying, whether it's left back, right back, centre back, we need to bring in reinforcements. And with Junior Firpo absolutely guaranteed to leave the club this summer, we are on the market and we are looking out for a left back, and somebody there who has been repeatedly linked to Barcelona. It's Jose Gaya. Now, a few of you would have seen him in action yesterday against Portugal for Spain. Obviously, we did the match review there over on MORETALKFCB. Now, honestly, guys, yesterday I thought Gaya was okay. He was pretty decent, especially defensively. He kept Portugal very, very quiet. But I actually think yesterday he didn't show the absolute best that he can do. He has a lot more on offer there, particularly going forward. He is a player who can attack and can play a very, very good final ball. So I think yesterday wasn't exactly the best example of what Gaya can bring. But as you can see here, he was on the cover there of MD. It clearly says option Gaya, and they believe right now that Gaya is a real possibility this summer. Apparently he's stopped negotiations over a new contract there at Valencia. And the Barça board, and particularly Mattia Almani, because let's not forget here, Almani worked very close there at Valencia. He knows all about the ability of Jose Gaya. He'll know his preference. He'll know whether he's open to a move here to Barcelona. And it's even being rumoured there in some quarters of the media that possible players like Carlos Alenya, fringe players at the club, could they be used in a potential exchange plus cash deal for Gaya? We will have to wait and see, but in my opinion, he would be a fantastic addition to not only come in and provide competition and real competition for Jordi Alba, but as time goes on, for me, he has the ability to replace him. So that indeed, guys, is today's news on the Barcelona front. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on all of the topics that we have discussed today, including there the likes of Miralem Pjanić, the likes of Wijnaldum. What's your take there on that deal? Would you like to still see it happen, or wouldn't you be too sad to see PSG come in at the last moment and snatch the deal away from us? And of course, do you see Koeman putting more faith in Riqui next season? Let me know all of those thoughts in the comments down below, and right here on TalkFCB and over on MORETALKFCB, the uploads, they are going to be continuing, especially ahead of the summer internationals that are so close now to really getting underway. I will see you soon for all of that good stuff and more, but until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.